Cause people not like me and me not like people neither. Who love me, me love. Who hate me, then me nine them. So me avoid them. Now, me in my yard and all year still. So by the yard weed, me do a video to send my mother. And my car get caught in the video. I'm go up at the studio. You have some youth outside at the studio. When me go to the studio for Vybz, me no want a man in the studio. My thing different. And due to that, whoever there, have to take away themselves, because my time is my time. When I left out of the studio, I drive. I start feel like the car feel one type of way. I not pray it. You know what I say? When me drive a little bit, I look at the whole back glass, somebody break. One of the youth them break my glass. But it coming like say, Kartel fans them. Why you fi just do what them a do, bro? Them why you fi bow to Kartel? Them why you fi pray to Kartel? Them why you fi kneel to Kartel?
People are going, welcome to Jamaica Dancehall Source News and Entertainment with BUSS. Yeah, like a beach blog, you know, on the Ash Wednesday, yeah. There's enough fun there on the yards, and I'm going to see where I go in Jamaica, right? So anyways, one of the first things that's popping in the news is this is a DJ from Guyana that came out and this up Vybz Kartel and the words says we call up a whole bunch of people name, a whole bunch of things Kartel responsible for. Well, some of it might be true and factual. It just come off like a whole bunch of hate. So people might give him a bashing on social media. So I lately we saw that a couple of videos came out with him, that same DJ Magnum, allegedly getting beat up by one of or some of Vybz Kartel fans. Now people, I cannot say for sure that this actually just happened or this happened after this Vybz Kartel, but the video is out there. I want you to take a listen and take a look to the video and then you'll come back and give my piece for this.
You can't see me a road and try nothing now. Because you know me a bad man selector though. You know me a bad man and it's on the social media, man. Say that boy can try this, you know. I make me show you how gangster game blood clot play. When a little idiot hungry belly rice it up his soul, you know. Batty man, you know. Suck on a mother. Give me a video, see?
Yo, this is no video,
it's all good, it's all good.
So people, you see the video, like a short snippet, so like I say, based on the fact that in this Vybz Kartel, you know say, Vybz Kartel have some loyal, crazy, cool kind of fans. We should not be surprised. But when I look at that video versus the video in which he was dissing Vybz Kartel, you could have seen him face look kind of younger in this one where he have the lump and all sorts of coke up on his head. So we can't say for sure, say this is the one where after him this Vybz Kartel, or that is the motive after this Vybz Kartel, because when you look on the recent video of him dissing Vybz Kartel,
it coming like say Kartel fans them.
so if you're looking at the video, you can see so it look like him have what you call it, chicken pox or something, just some sort of dent in his face. I don't know what you call it, but the newer one, or when him younger, look different, no only for dent. The latest one, when him have some dent in his face, when him have this Vybz Kartel. But at the end of the day, people, I don't know, we should not be surprised, but you know this is social media. Whenever anything come out on social media, people post some old video that have nothing to do with nothing, just to fit them agenda. At the end of the day, like I say, everybody entitled to their opinion. However, in this case, it is quite obvious that this youth put a hype on the blogger have a obsessive kind of hate for Vybz Kartel. Whether I'm wrong or right, you know what I mean, sometimes we just leave people and do them thing. Yes, in the way by him do. If people say him guilty, have to take away a Fly Blizzard Williams. However, he was freed in the court of law and in the court of opinion in kind of mix, but I just other things. So people, let me know what you think in the comment section. So, the picture that you see on the screen is of a young lady that was missing. She attended the Ozemati High School. She's been missing for a couple of days, and I am going to play a video of the mother and family members asking that little girl to return, or whomever take that little girl to bring her back. Please, I want you to listen what the mother of that child has to say, and then I'm going to put up the picture so you can see the picture around on the screen. If anybody knows her whereabouts, if she's out there with some sort of man, don't know the circumstance that lead to it, just call the mother, reach out to me, reach out to our next blogger, whomever, and just make them know, say, alright, at the end of the day, what most persons want, they want little people to be respectful of their parents, and not, especially in this climate, I give them parents heart attacks, because you know the thing I go, a lot of persons are getting missing for real, a lot of persons don't end up coming back home, a lot of persons get found, swell up all sorts of shallow grave and all sorts of things. So therefore, whenever any parents see any child gets missing, obviously they are going to be very afraid. They are going to think the worst.
Hello, good afternoon. I'm coming, mother. I'm asking you, please, the person who have my daughter, I'm asking you, please, if you could send her home back for me, please. Safe to me, please. Her name is Kame Mont. She's 16-year old. So I'm asking you, please, to send her home for me, please.
So little girl, all the mother really care about is that you're okay. So don't make your mother have to cry any extra tears than she has to. Understand that sometimes some of them little pick me, things that them grow up and things that them know everything until the street eat them up. So hopefully this little girl is okay. At the end of the day, we want parents and children to live in a harmony. We want children to respect their parents, and we want children to do what their parents tell them, because for the most part the parents know better, being have experience being older and stuff like this. But some of them pick me and them buck up in all sorts of bad company, and the next thing you know, they mix up in a bad company, and then them get mixed up and get fixed up in other words. At the end of the day, while I have seen a whole bunch of instances in which young girls missing, and then only a couple of days or so later, the sister them come back home and the parents might tell us them, alright, we would rather for them to be bad and run away and come back than actually get missing. So we are talking about the better of two evils. Point period. So the next thing that is popping in the news is that we see that Vybz Kartel has two concerts scheduled for Barclays Center, that is in New York, I think where the Brooklyn Nets play. And the ticket prices, people are complaining about the ticket prices. The ticket prices starting from 100 and 100 and now, almost 200 US, that I think is the lowest. We are talking about the nosebleed section. And then you have the 300, you have the 400, you have the 500 prices, and then you have up to 6, 7, 800, 1,000, yes, even 1,700. I guess that is the most expensive tickets. So people kind of give Vybz Kartel a bashing because they must say, hold on a minute. People like this from the garage are supposed to represent for the people, but people have to understand. When it comes to supply and demand, you have to understand that market price in economics, is the price that persons are willing to pay for a service, for a product, or for an event. And if people are paying, because obviously most of these sections are being sold out on the internet. As a matter of fact, there's a video circulating over the internet that within an hour or so after the tickets went on sale, there were in excess of 6,000 people. So people have to wait for hours and days just to get through. So it tells you that whenever there's a demand for something, especially the fact that Vybz Kartel was incarcerated for in excess of about 12 going on to 13 years. So the demand is going to be high. It is not a lot of persons that are in the category of Vybz Kartel. It is not a lot of artists that have the anticipation, the fact that he was missing out of sight, out of mind in a lot of artists, but it seems as if as it pertains to Vybz Kartel, the more or the longer that he has been missing, is the more that people actually want to see him. So therefore, that drives up the prices. And sometimes it is greed, sometimes it is demand and supply, sometimes it is the market price. So therefore, if the people are willing to pay, are foolish enough to pay, and he can get away with it, it does not matter if after the concert people are complaining and say it's too expensive and rated, lele, it doesn't matter. The damage has already been done. He might already get the money and pack for himself and his promoter, I think, Joe. I am not sure who is a promoter or producer of that show, but the same facts exist. So people, let me know what you think in the comment section. Do you think that the prices are too expensive versus the ones that were sold in Jamaica? And we understand Jamaica is a third world country versus United States, Brooklyn, one of the most expensive places in America. Let me know what you think in the comment section. So the next thing that is popping in the news is that we see that the JSF has been putting in the work. Not only are they seeking finding, they are also destroying criminal elements, the menace to society, the wanted men, the dons, the choppers, and also the extortionists. From Spanish Town to Montego Bay to Westmoreland, everywhere and every day they might take out people. So we see the Security Minister, Dr. Horace Chang, Justice Minister, Dr. Horace Chang, he came out and he made a bold statement and bold warning, and he's telling these criminal elements, please give in yourself. Don't make the police come to you, because if the police come to you, it is not going to be nice. And we also saw that the Commissioner of Police, Dr. Blake, he came out and he made a very bold statement that, listen, anybody that challenges our police, they are going to get it to the fullest extent of the law. We saw that the Commissioner, we saw that the Justice Minister, we saw that the Prime Minister, Andrew Holness, came out and he's making some bold statements saying that, listen, if you know what is good for you, mothers, parents, fathers, mothers, sisters, loved ones, everybody, please tell the young youth them in your family, do not follow these criminal elements out there, or else you're going to get the wrath of the law. So Mr. Andrew Holness went out and he did an interview, and this is exactly what he has to say. Warning the family members, the mothers, the sisters, the girlfriend, the mates, whomever, please talk to your people, because you're the most influential people in these young youth's life. Especially the mothers, especially the girlfriends that are facilitators of the FUCKRY, because the fact is that most of these young youths, because them are try to appease these young ladies, these beautiful young ladies, sometimes get Elena, then them go out and end up crime, so therefore they can help them to pay them bills, do them hair, do them nails, and live a life. Take away people's life and take away people's good so that they can survive. So people, take a listen, take a look at exactly what the Prime Minister has to say, and then I'll give my piece.
A particularly influential role on some of these men. Let me tell you something. If you go to the prisons today and you ask any of the prisoners, who do you love the most? Or who do you miss the most? Who do you think you have disappointed the most? Who do you think they're going to say? Their mother. And when the police come for them, who do you think they're going to cry for? Women have a very influential role. So too many of our mothers are crying because their sons have either been taken away by violence or they have become part of the problem. And this must stop. And our women, you have the power to help in this change. Mothers, you are your sons' first teachers. You shape their values, their attitudes, and their understanding of right and wrong. I urge you, talk to your sons. Talk to them. Put away the belt for now. Reason with them. It's too late when they are staring down the barrel of a gun for you to do anything to help them. It's too late when they are in the prisons, regretful of their past life. Take the time now to talk to your sons. And as you hear my voice today, and if you know your son, your nephew, your boyfriend is involved in a gang or criminality, just pick up the phone, or when you see them, in a moment. Talk to them. Plant the seed in their head that they should turn away from this life. What we have done as an administration is to change the risk-reward function of crime. For those criminals who believe that the reward for crime is still greater than the risk of crime, you are making a mistake. Let me repeat that. This administration has changed the reward risk function for crime. If you believe that you are going to live to enjoy the fruits of crime, you are mistaken. I say to the mothers who love their sons, to the girlfriends who love their boyfriends, to the aunts and cousins who love their male family members, talk to them. The message I've delivered here today cannot be more serious. And I believe we have given sufficient warnings to the criminals. So, if we see them being pulled into negative influences,